She speaks in favor of Jeffrey.
Oh, okay.
Good impact.
Okay.
I'd like to call to order a meeting of the Cortland City Council. Today is Monday, August 5th, 2024. Invite everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a brief prayer. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the privilege and the opportunity to serve you and to serve the city. We ask for your wisdom and guidance on the decisions before us this evening. We ask this in your name. Amen. Rhonda, can I have a roll call, please?
Jim Bradley. Kathy Fleischer. Here. Dick McLean.
Here?
Don Moore.
Here.
John Bacuri. Scott Rowley.
Here.
Kevin Pyros.
Here. May I have a motion for the approval of minutes from the July 15th, 2024 council meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Any corrections? Rhonda, can I have a roll call, please?
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Dick McLean.
Abstain?
Don Moore.
Yes.
Scott Rowley.
Abstain.
Jim Bradley. Kevin Pyros.
Yes.
3 enough to pass?
No.
All right, may I have approval of the schedule of bills to be paid totaling $78,348.50.
So moved. Second?
Any questions? Rhonda, can I have a roll call, please?
Dick McLean.
Yes.
Don Moore.
Yes.
Scott Rowley.
Yes.
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. Okay, next would normally be old business, but we're gonna go offline here. I have a special guest this evening, the superintendent of the Lakeview Local Schools, Ashley Hendricks. Welcome, and floor is yours.
Sure. So just wanted to come tonight and address council and let you know that I'm very excited to work with all of you. I have been in the district for 18 years, but I was raised in Cortland. So I came up through Lakeview, graduated from Lakeview. Mayor Linville was my mayor when I was growing up. So I know the rich history here, and it is extremely important to me, and the reason that I'm compelled to serve is that it's very special to feel like you're pouring back into something that gave so much to you. So it's the district, but beyond that, it's the community of Cortland and Bezetta. So I am, through my organizations, getting lots of great ideas of how we can partner with the city. And if you have ideas, I just wanted to put a face to the name for all of you, introduce myself, and tell you that I'm looking forward to working with all of you. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Feel free to come back anytime.
Okay, I certainly will.
All right, we're gonna go and move on to old business. First up is ordinance O-35-24, an ordinance creating 2 positions of Associate Service Director for the City of Cortland and establishing the wages, benefits, and terms of employment for the position. This is the 3rd and final reading submitted by the Service Director. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Rhonda, can I have a roll call?
Don Moore.
Yes.
Scott Rowley.
Yes.
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Dick McLean.
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. Next is ordinance O-36-24, an ordinance appointing and setting the wages and benefits and establishing the terms of employment for the Associate Service Director of the City of Cortland, Ohio. This is the 3rd and final reading submitted by the Service Director. May I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second?
Questions? Rhonda, can I roll call?
Scott Rowley.
Yes.
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Dick McLean.
Yes.
Don Moore.
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. Next is ordinance O-37-24, an ordinance appointing and setting the wages and benefits and establishing the terms of employment for the Associate Service Director of the City of Cortland, Ohio. This is the 3rd and final reading submitted by the Service Director. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Questions? Rhonda, can I have a roll call?
Scott Rowley.
Yes.
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Dick McLean.
Yes.
Don Moore.
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. Next is ordinance O-43-24, an ordinance amending ordinance O-06-24, authorizing the City of Cortland to pick up the statutory required contribution to the Ohio Public Employees Retirement System for certain employees of the City of Cortland pursuant to IRC Section 414H2. This is an emergency submitted by the Finance Director. May I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
May I have a motion on the emergency, please?
So moved. Second.
Any questions?
This second reading is an emergency since the first two ordinances have had their third and final reading that I needed this for. Pension.
Thank you, Pat. Any other questions? Okay, Rhonda, can I have a roll call on the emergency, please?
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Dick McLean.
Yes.
John Moore.
Yes.
Scott Rowley.
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. And now a roll call on the ordinance, please.
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Dick McLean.
Yes.
John Moore.
Yes.
Scott Rowley.
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. Next is ordinance O-46-24, an ordinance whereby the City of Cortland authorizes funding to Scope, Inc. to support its services for the Cortland Senior Center. This is the second reading submitted by the mayor. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Rhonda, can I have a roll call?
Dick McLean.
Yes.
John Moore.
Yes.
Scott Rowley.
Yes.
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. That concludes our old business. Now we're going to move on to new business. Buckle in. First up is Resolution R-36-24, a resolution to support the appointment of a member to the 911 Program Review Committee of the Trumbull County 911 System pursuant to ORC Section 128.06. This is submitted by the mayor. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions?
What happened was the 911 board was appointed by the commissioners, and then one of the commissioners found out that we needed to form the board according to the Ohio Revised Code, Section 128.06, which requires one person representing the legislative bodies of the municipalities in the county. So this happened right at the beginning of June. So I just sent out an email to all the mayors, and I said, you know, anybody interested? Well, Van Kyle responded that he has a councilman who's willing to work on this board. So that's who we are recommending this evening, and other cities in the county will be doing the same thing.
Perfect.
Any questions?
Nothing, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, Rhonda, can I have a roll call, please?
John Moore.
Yes.
Scott Rowley.
Yes.
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Dick McLean.
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. Resolution R-37-24, a resolution determining to proceed with the submission to the electors of the City of Cortland declaring the amount of taxes that may be raised by levy at the maximum rate authorized by law without a vote of the electors to be insufficient for the operation of the police department and declaring it necessary of declaring the necessity of additional levy in excess of such rate. This is submitted by the mayor. May I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Any questions? Rhonda, can I have a roll call?
Scott Rowley.
Yes.
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Dick McLean.
Yes.
John Moore.
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. Resolution R-38-24, a resolution authorizing the creation of a special revenue fund to be entitled Ambulance Impact Funding 2024. This is submitted by the Finance Director. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
This one and the next resolution, due to state and federal funding, we need to have separate revenue, special revenue of funds. So these we're creating two new funds.
Perfect. Thank you. May I have a roll call, please?
Scott Rowley.
Yes.
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Dick McLean.
Yes.
John Moore.
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. Next is Resolution R-39-24, a resolution authorizing the creation of a special revenue fund to be entitled Fairway Drive Bridge Replacement, PID number 115022. This is submitted by the Finance Director. May I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Already about the necessity for this, so I'm gonna bypass that. Any other questions? Rhonda, can I have a roll call?
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Dick McLean.
Yes?
John Moore.
Yes.
Scott Riley.
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. Next is Resolution R-40-24, a resolution authorizing the clerk of council to advertise for request of qualifications for construction management for the City of Cortland Safety Service Complex Project. This is submitted by the Service Director. May I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Any questions? Rhonda, can I have a roll call?
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Dick McLean.
Yes?
John Moore.
Yes.
Scott Riley.
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. Next is Resolution R-41-24, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a grant agreement with the state of Ohio through the Office of Budget and Management to participate in one-time strategic community investments program for the Cortland Safety Services Complex. This is submitted by the Finance Director. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Okay, once the,
Second.
oops, sorry. Let me put,
Now it's up to you.
ready. That was Dick. I talked over Dick, sorry about that. Okay, this one and the next one, the city received funding through the SCIF, for the safety service and for Mosquito Lake. Those applications were sent in, but now it's a formal process where the mayor has to sign applications again and grant agreements, and those have to be sent in, and we have to apply for that. It's just formality.
Thank you, Patty.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? Okay, Rhonda, can I have a roll call, please?
Dick McLean.
Yes.
John Moore.
Yes.
Scott Riley.
Yes.
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. Okay, Resolution R-42-24, resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a grant agreement with the state of Ohio through the Ohio Office of Budget and Management to participate in one-time strategic community investments program for Mosquito Lake State Park water improvements. This is submitted by the Finance Director. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any other questions? All right, thank you. Rhonda, can I have a roll call, please?
John Moore.
Yes.
Scott Riley.
Yes.
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Dick McLean.
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. Next is Resolution R-43-24, a resolution authorizing the fire chief of the city of Cortland to sign a master services agreement with Life Safety Inspection Vault LLC for web-based management of the fire department's fire safety systems. This is submitted by the fire chief. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Chief?
So, I've been talking about this for a while. Mayor and Patrick looked over the contract. We had a little back and forth with Liv to get a few things ironed out. But again, this is no cost to the city. It goes to the end user, so when a inspection company goes in to inspect fire extinguishers or hood systems, they will charge the business owner, it's $5 for fire extinguishers, all the fire extinguishers, not per, and $15 per hood system. So they will then electronically enter the reports. We will get updates on it as it's going along. If there's any deficiencies found, it's noted in there. And as the company comes in to repair the deficiencies, we are basically notified as they are going along. When it's time for their annual inspections, they send out a letter saying, hey, it's time to do your annual inspection to the business owner, and they send a reminder to us. So,
With such small fees, how do they make any money? I mean, they get other funding to do this service?
no, they get the $15. They have a lot of subscribers. At $5 and $15, it's volume, yeah.
But they physically inspect at the premises?
This company doesn't, this is just the electronic company.
Oh, okay.
There are several vendors that come out to do the inspection. They do the inspection, and it's X amount of dollars for them to inspect. And then this is a third-party company that runs a cloud-based system for them to report on. Otherwise, usually what I get are paper. I get the third ply of a paper that's barely legible and usually not actually in Cortland. So then I'm stuck with having to forward it on to our neighbors that have a Cortland address, but the business is not in Cortland. So one, that's gonna take that away, so it takes some of the liability off us and say, hey, I reported it, but this is where I sent it. And two, it'll allow us to keep a much better track of what's going on in the town.
Thanks, Chief. Any other questions? All right, Rhonda, can I have a roll call, please?
Scott Riley,
Yes.
Kathy Fleischer,
Yes.
Dick McLean,
Yes.
John Moore.
Yes.
Kevin Pyro.
Yes. Next is ordinance O-48-24, an ordinance amending the annual appropriation ordinance O-22-24 for the city of Cortland, county of Trumbull, state of Ohio, for fiscal year ending on the 31st day of December 2024. This is an emergency submitted by the finance director. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
May I have a motion on the emergency, please?
So moved.
Second.
Due to all the new funding we're receiving, we need to amend our appropriations.
That's a good problem to have.
It is a good problem to have, yeah.
More money, more, there you go.
It is.
All right, any other questions of Patty? Okay, Rhonda, can I have a roll call on the emergency, please?
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Dick McLean.
Yes.
John Moore.
Yes.
Scott Riley,
Yes.
Kevin Pyro.
Yes. And now a roll call on the ordinance, please.
Scott Riley,
Yes.
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Dick McLean.
Yes.
John Moore.
Yes.
Kevin Pyro.
Yes. Next is ordinance O-49-24, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with KO Consulting LLC for consulting services for the city of Cortland. This is an emergency submitted by the mayor. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
May I have a motion on the emergency, please?
So moved. Second.
It's an emergency because, a BWC grant was identified in the funding readiness assessment, and it's due at the end of August, so we need to get them working on it. ASAP.
Which may mean more money, which means more funding sources.
This is easier.
Okay.
It's easier than the,
It's a more than likely it's a reimbursable grant, so it'll file the general fund and we'll just reimburse the
Ah.
general
yeah,
fund.
we're good, we're
We need
good.
more of those, line items. Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Any other questions of the mayor? All right, Rhonda, can I have a roll call on the emergency, please?
Dick McLean,
Yes.
John Moore.
Yes.
Scott Riley,
Yes.
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Kevin Pyro.
Yes. And now roll call on the ordinance, please.
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Dick McLean,
Yes.
John Moore.
Yes.
Scott Riley,
Yes.
Kevin Pyro.
Yes. Okay, next is ordinance O-50-24, an ordinance amending ordinance O-21-24, authorizing the police chief to accept additional grant funds and apply them to the cost of the 2-year subscription for 8 flock safety cameras and professional services from Flock Safety for the Cortland Police Department. This is an emergency submitted by the police chief. May I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
May I have a motion on the emergency, please?
So moved.
Second.
And I'm gonna cover the next two, so 50 and 51. So we got invited by the state to apply for $30,000 additional dollars towards Flock. So if you remember, we passed that original ordinance, part of it was supposed to come out of ARPA money, city ARPA money. We're gonna be able to give back, because of these next two ordinances, about $22,000, give or take a few $100s, back to ARPA that you can use toward the building, architecture, whatever. So, what you see there, these two are actually a mesh of the $30,000 grant. We just had to title them separately, because we'll actually get 2 additional cameras. Flock gave us a 1-year contract versus a 2-year, so we have no risk at the end of it. If we decide, we kind of end them all together, close together. So, it's just $30,000 more free dollars.
Like that.
So, all right.
All right, any other questions of the police chief? All right, Rhonda, can I have a roll call on the emergency, please?
Scott Riley,
Yes.
Kathy Fleischer.
Yes.
Dick McLean,
Yes.
John Moore.
Yes.
Kevin Pyro.
Yes. And now a roll call on the ordinance, please.
Don Moore,
Yes.
Scott Rowley,
Yes.
Kathy Fleischer,
Yes.
Dick McLean,
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. Okay, we will move on to ordinance O-51-24. An ordinance authorizing the police chief to enter into a one-year subscription for 2 additional flock safety cameras and professional services from Flock Safety for the Cortland Police Department. This is an emergency submitted by the police chief. We have a motion, please.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion on the emergency, please.
So moved.
Second.
Police chief, covered this ordinance, but there are any, extra additional questions? All right. Rhonda, can I roll call on the emergency, please?
Kathy Fleischer,
Yes.
Dick McLean,
Yes.
Don Moore,
Yes.
Scott Rowley,
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. And now on the ordinance, please.
Scott Rowley,
Yes.
Kathy Fleischer,
Yes.
Dick McLean,
Yes.
Don Moore,
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. So you need a little bell that says now time to turn the page.
Yeah.
All right,
Very well.
we are on the last page. Next up is ordinance O-52-24. An ordinance extending project funding with Lindy Paving, Inc. for asphalt resurfacing program. This is an emergency submitted by the service director. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
May I have a motion on the emergency, please?
So moved.
Second.
So this extra is totally my fault. I had a mistake with quantities at the beginning of the project, so when I calculated one of the streets, specifically Dunaway, I went from, turquoise to way in the wrong direction. So I had a miscalculation of quantity, but it actually put me back where my original cost estimate was, within a few $1,000s. So it didn't blow my budget by any means, but the extra is the result of that.
Thank you, Kim. Any other questions? All right, Rhonda, can I have a roll call on the emergency, please?
Dick McLean,
Yes.
Don Moore,
Yes.
Scott Rowley,
Yes.
Kathy Fleischer,
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. And now a roll call on the ordinance, please.
Kathy Fleischer,
Yes.
Dick McLean,
Yes.
Don Moore,
Yes.
Scott Rowley,
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes.
Before we, editing my script.
Sorry.
Before we go on to the next item, I'd like to make a motion, have an executive session for purpose of personnel, employment, and compensation, inviting counsel, the mayor, and the police chief. Second?
I'll second that.
Jim Bradley? Oh, sorry. Kathy Fleischer,
Yes.
Dick McLean,
Yes.
Don Moore,
Yes.
Scott Rowley,
Yes.
Kevin Pyros.
Yes. Okay, we're going to adjourn into executive session. No decisions will be made. We will reconvene once the executive session is finished, and we will pick up with the agenda at that point.
Nice job.